Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. Going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's second video. So day 10 is going to take us to the 6th of May. We'll be able to extend out beyond that instead of GFS and ECM ensembles, but runs around a couple of weeks. And I'll look at CFS-V2 at the end of video for the next 4 weeks, which will take us into the second half of May. First video released today, I'll get back for you very shortly. First video released today was our nice little 7 AM upload, just having a quick look at weather for the next few days. Check them out if you would like to do that. And we're going to have our latest update for the bank holiday weekend for you this evening around 7 o'clock. This video will touch on that as well, of course, because it's within the 10 to 14 day time frame. But yeah, we'll have a look at bank holiday weekend, I think, for you in detail this evening. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to say thank you so much to two people who gave the super chats in yesterday's live stream. So I did live stream yesterday at 6 PM. It's a fantastic stream. Again, thank you so much, everybody who checked into the live stream for making it a lovely hour, you know, nice and chill, hanging out with friends. So thank you so much to all of you who made that live stream so special again last night. If you did not get to see the live stream live, you can watch it back on demand. It's there on the YouTube YouTube homepage. So watch it back on demand if you like to do that. We look at plenty of long range data from CFS and Talpen and whatnot. Just generally have a nice sort of hour hanging out and having a good time. So check that out if you would like to do that. But in the live stream, I had 2 super chats. Now, normally at the end of the live stream, I would shout out the super chatters, but yesterday, I suppose I'm only doing one live stream, we're getting a little bit rusty. I forgot at the end of the stream to shout out the super chatters. So to make up for that, I'm going to give both super chatters a shout out right now. So thank you so much to Kirk Fawn for your super chat. Thank you so much, Kirk, and also thank you so much to Ben Ainty. Thank you so much to Kirk, and thank you so much to Ben Ainty for the super chats. Incredible, absolutely amazing. Ben's channel is actually here on the GavsWeatherVids YouTube homepage within the recommended channels module next to Jeffers and Sav and whatnot. So if you'd like to check out Ben's YouTube channel, then you can do that, of course. So give Ben a sub, give Ben a follow if you would like to do that. And Jeffers and Sav and everybody else that we link to in the recommended channels module as well, of course. Right, so thank you so much, but thank you so much to Kirk and to Ben for the super chats. Absolutely amazing. I'm so sorry that I forgot to shout you both out at the end of the live stream last night. I was very tired by the end of the live stream, so that's you know, that's my excuse anyway. But thank you so much to both of you. Incredibly kind. Everybody's so wonderful to me. It's absolutely amazing all the time. So yeah, thank you so much to Ben, and also thank you so much to Kurt. Right, let's get on video then. So I'm going to start our central England temperature. So CT is still edging up. We are currently standing at 6.8. That's just around 1 degree below 61 to 90 average. It's even more below 81 to 2010 average. That's provisional up to yesterday, the 25th of April. It's probably going to start edging down in the next few days. The rest of April is looking pretty cool. We're expecting mist to come out around 6.5. And, of course, we will know by Saturday, which is the first day of May, we'll know by Saturday where that is ending up. You can see why we're expecting it to edge down. Means of a GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles. We're at Penrith today in Cumbria, another suggested location for this part of the video. If you'd like to have your local town city featured within this part of the video, we are happy to feature it. Just let me know through the comments. So red lines, the 30-year upper air temperature average for Penrith is starting off close to average at the moment. Those temperatures are going to be falling away over the next few days. So this isn't in the CET region, but it's reflecting what's going to happen across the whole country, really. We are in for more very chilly weather through this week. Winds will be turning into the north and to the northeast, so it's going to be very cool, if not cold. So that's the reason we're expecting the central temperature to carry on edging down through to the month's end. Now, as we move into the beginning of May, this period just here, we do have a slight recovery in the upper air temperatures, but it is a very slight recovery. It's a real job to get the upper air temperatures back to average, actually, never mind above average. There's a lot of scatter within there, so you have all of these ensemble members down here that are cool, these ones up here are a little bit warmer. But yeah, you know, it's going to be a chilly week or two to come, I think, and getting more unsettled as well. That's the other side of it, because we have had a very, very dry April. It's going to be one of the driest Aprils on record. But as we run into the closing days of the month, there is going to be more and more showery weather. As going to May, actually it looks like we've got a very wet spell that could be setting up here. Well, this is for Cumbria though, so it is going to be a little bit exposed to the Irish Sea and the Atlantic, of course. But nevertheless, it's a suggestion, I think. But as we're carrying on into May, or as we're going into May, it does look as though things are turning more and more unsettled, and we could be in for some quite significant rain. Actually, our first quite significant rain for a very long time could be on the way over the next few days. Right, temperature anomalies from the 26th of April to the 4th of May, below average for all parts of Europe. Look how extensive these cooler than average temperature anomalies are, all the way from Ireland, Portugal, in West Europe, right over to central parts of Russia. All areas below average. Only sort of the extreme eastern part of the Med, so like Greece, Turkey, towards the Middle East, above average for temperature anomaly. But generally, this is a very, very, very cool, if not cold, week coming up across most parts of Europe. Precipitation anomalies from the 26th of April to the 4th of May, near normal. Now, these have been very dry over the past few weeks, so this is beginning now to trend a little bit more unsettled. Average precipitation, rather than widely drier than average, is forecast. I think I expect these charts to start trending more and more sort of unsettled, wetter in the coming days. Now, getting a little page refreshing going on, so I'm going to pause the video there, refresh all the tabs, and then we won't have to worry about that. So I'm back in 2 seconds. There we go, all tabs nicely refreshed. Right, we'll move on to the latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net. And we can see that we've got low pressure now beginning to appear to the north of Scotland with circulation just here. That's an area of low pressure that's dropping in from the north. This is going to sink down across the country over the next 24 hours or so. Will bring showery conditions, and as it does so, it'll pull cooler air or even colder air in from the north. This is where the dropping temperature is coming from, and the first sort of signs of April showers getting going as well. Still dry across the south though for a lot of places over the next day or so, with wind in from the east, but gradually things will be turning more showery in the coming days. This is how the UK Met is looking for Thursday. High pressure is centred around Greenland and Iceland on Thursday. Low pressure is over Germany and the Low Countries. Winds are coming in from the northeast, so looking cool, if not quite cold, and showery on Thursday. Into Friday, again, the weather remains very chilly. Winds in from the northeast. There will be further showers involved in that as well. And through to the weekend, everything becomes rather slack, so showery conditions will go on, and the wind is continuing to come in from like east, northeasterly direction, so it will remain cool into the bank holiday weekend. So the GFS 6Z is looking, so again, winds in from the northeast on Thursday, though bringing showers with them into Friday and the weekend. Again, have masses of northern blocking, big high pressure over Greenland again, as we've had so often over the past few weeks and months. That keeps the wind in from a northeasterly direction, so it will remain cool or too cold into the weekend, certainly cold for time of year into the weekend, and there will be further showery conditions at times. Now, moving into bank holiday weekend, we have this area of low pressure sinking southwards, so it doesn't look like that's going to head in through bank holiday weekend. But of course, if it did do so, it will bring us a very wet spell over bank holiday weekend. It looks like this low will actually sort of edge southwards, being pushed southwards by the jet stream. That is being pushed southwards by the very intense blocking area of high pressure. So the green again at around 1,050 to 1,060 millibars. Now, heading on further through next week, we find things becoming more unsettled. Eventually, low pressure starts to move up from the south. That keeps the wind in from the east, by the way, so it stays pretty chilly for those east and northeasterlies through next week. But gradually, it's turning more unsettled as well. So that's day 10. Thursday, the 6th of May, low pressure is around the country, bringing further showers, if not longer spells of rain, and it will be pretty cool as well. Into our extended range, low pressure heads in off the Atlantic, so that keeps things pretty wet and cool right way up to the very end of the GFS run, which gets us today to Wednesday, the 12th of May. GM looks like that. Again, high pressure around Greenland and Iceland. Low pressures over France. On Thursday, winds are in from a northeast direction, cool and showery through the weekend and on into next week as well. If anything, through the bank holiday weekend, low pressure gets more involved in the situation. So further, more sort of widespread showers, further showers, if not perhaps some longer spells of rain as well. That looks pretty unsettled there at midnight on Tuesday, with an area of low pressure just to our south-southwest. That could bring some quite wet weather into west and south on bank holiday Monday, therefore. And then we go through into the middle of next week, and we just keep low pressure around the country. That keeps the wind in from the north in combination with the Greenland block, and it keeps wind in from the north and keeps things cool and unsettled right way up to day 10. Then we've got the ECM as well, so high pressure once again is around Greenland and Iceland on Thursday, low pressure over France, the low countries of Germany, winds in from the northeast, cool and showery at the end of the week and into weekend, the wind remaining from a northeasterly sort of direction. Low pressure comes meandering in off the Atlantic. That brings wet weather over the bank holiday weekend. I think out of the three, the ECM is probably the wettest for the bank holiday weekend, or for bank holiday Monday anyway, with this area of low pressure just here. That could bring a bit of a soaking to parts of England and Wales. And we keep it unsettled and cool right way up to day 10 as well, with more low pressure heading in off the Atlantic. So all models are going more unsettled as we go into May, and keeping things pretty cool as well. This is the precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. So lots of showers coming and going over the next few days. Maybe some longer spells of rain in the south as well around Wednesday and Thursday. So that could be quite heavy actually. Further northwards, showers begin to turn wintry as the air gets colder across Scotland and Northern. That's particularly over high ground, but maybe a few flakes coming down to low levels across the northern parts of Scotland. Into the bank holiday weekend, we keep things pretty unsettled with further showers as well. So proper April showers taking us into the beginning of May. And then we bring this area of low pressure in off the Atlantic. This is bank holiday Monday. Looking a bit of a soaker here. Been a while since it's had a soaker the bank holiday Monday, but that will be one of them. Very wet for England and Wales with persistent and heavy rain moving in from west. Not quite as wet actually, and interestingly for Scotland, but that looks pretty grim for bank holiday Monday. And then beyond that, today 10, the ECM just keeps things unsettled with further showers, if not longer spells of rain, and still cold enough for quite significant snow over high ground of central and northern Scotland. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 6th of May. We've got 18 members of the ECM ensemble showing a deep area of low pressure right over top of the country, so obviously they're going to be very unsettled and cool as well, with winds coming in from the north. That does include the operational ECM run. 12 again with low pressure to our north and northwest income the westerlies, so they're going to be unsettled. Maybe not quite as cold, a little bit more west-southwesterly with wind direction, but will be very unsettled. Another 12 just here, low pressure to our west and north, all looking rather westerly. And 9 just here with low pressure to our east-northeast, high pressure around Greenland, Iceland, and winds in from more of a northerly type direction. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got, which is going to get us to the 11th of May. 13 members of the ECM ensembles with a trough over Scandinavia in combination with a ridge in the middle of the Atlantic. Will keep wind in from the northwest, so that's going to be cool and showery. Another 13 with deep low pressure over top of the country, very unsettled with that one. 10 have higher pressure towards Scandinavia, getting the wind into the east. Probably not all that warm, but would be starting to dry things out a little bit. Another 10 down here, building up a ridge to our southwest, low pressure with jet stream being pushed northwards. That's turning us drier and should be turning us a bit warmer as well, with winds coming in from the southwest. And finally, 5 have high pressure just to our west, low pressure to the east, and that would be bringing in like a northwesterly to northerly flow. That's a little bit drier as well, but is quite cool. There are a few possibilities there for higher pressure to begin to get going through the second half of May, but it certainly looks like it's going to be a very unsettled start to May, if nothing else. CFS V2 finally, these are 500 millibar heights, break it down to week periods. The first week period takes from the 26th of April to the 2nd of May. The coming week has blocking around Greenland. Again, low pressure in the north and west of Europe, winds in from a north to northeasterly direction. That looks cool and unsettled, if not quite cold. Week 2 is going to be the 3rd to the 9th of May, with low pressure heading in off the Atlantic, along with a westerly. So temperatures will be lifting up there as the wind goes into west-southwest, but still looks quite unsettled, I would have thought. Week 3 is going to be the 10th to the 16th of May. Low pressure around Greenland and Iceland. High pressure in the middle of the North Atlantic. Wind flow and jet stream direction set up northwest to southeast. So that is going to be unsettled still, particularly so for the north, and probably quite cool. Week 4 looks a lot better if you want drier, warmer weather. This is 17th, 23rd of May. It's a long way out. It's a month away, 4 weeks away. But showing a high pressure then setting up pretty much across most of northern, central and western Europe. Low pressure being pushed out up here. So that should turn things a lot drier and warmer into the second half of May. But it's a long way for that. Temperature anomalies with Severs V2 for week 1, 26th April to 2nd of May, are below average. A cold and average week coming up significantly so for England and Wales in particular, with those blue colours. That's anomalies going to 3 degrees or more below average. Week 2 is also colder than average. This is the 3rd to the 9th of May, below average temperatures there as well. Week 3 is going to be the 10th to the 16th of May. That one's just slightly below average. And then week 4, 17th to the 23rd of May, is nearer normal to slightly above average. So recovering temperature takes place, but we do have to wait until like the middle and second half of the month to see it. Lastly, precipitation. So this is week 1. Precipitation on the 26th of April, 2nd of May, drier than average for the UK and for Western Europe generally. Week 2, 3rd to 9th of May, all change, wetter than average in that week. Week 3 is the 10th to the 16th of May. That one is near normal to a little bit wetter average in the far north. And then week 4, 17th, 23rd of May, is actually going a little bit drier than average, particularly so for more sun parts, but it's a very weak signal. So eventually we might get something a little bit drier and warmer later on in May, but we've got a while to wait for it. And certainly the first sort of week, maybe 10 days of May, looking very chilly, quite cold, and also maybe increasingly unsettled with spells of rain. If you enjoyed the video, please can you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to see future weather content. If you do that, tell friends and family to subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing this for GavsWeatherVids. And drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Right, that's it then for our 10 to 14 day. We'll be back later on having a detailed look at Bank Holiday weekend. That'll be after 7 o'clock tonight. But for this one, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.